Readjusting to civilian life during the Vietnam era was difficult. I wouldn't even put the fact that I was in the Navy on my job applications. I'd never tell anybody I was a Vietnam vet. You know, the connotation of being a Vietnam vet was you were either crazy or something, but it was a negative connotation, being a Vietnam vet back then. My name is Don Kindred. In 1968, I enlisted in the Navy, and I was an E3 when I was discharged. I was stationed on the USS Haleakala, and my hometown is Corona, California. We were 13 miles off the coast of North Vietnam. It was 2,200 hours, and all of a sudden there was a huge catastrophic explosion on our ship. Being an ammunition ship, that kind of sets you back a little. They sounded general quarters. We went to battle stations, but we didn't know what happened. We all figured we were hit. The #2 boiler exploded and took the whole center of the ship out. Fortunately, the explosion went up rather than out, so fortunately it didn't impact the ammunition that we were carrying. And we were adrift and dead in the water off the coast of North Vietnam, and no one came to our aid because the Navy expected us to explode, and they didn't want to lose any other ships. So the Navy gave orders for every other ship to get as far away from us as fast as possible. The explosion happened on the 26th of August, 1969, and they finally got a fleet tug out of the Philippines to come and pick us up and tow us back to the Philippines on the 29th of August. I ended up with an interesting welcome home story. My buddy John Priest, he had never been to the West Coast, and so I was showing him around San Francisco. I bought a cheap Bomber $300 car, and on the way back to the ship, we stopped at McDonald's in San Carlos, California. And we were getting back in the car, and we got accosted by what they told me was 15 guys, anti-Vietnam. We were obviously military, even though we were in civilian clothes. We had very short hair, and that just wasn't what you wore back in 1970. They had pipes, they had knives, and they tried to kill us. I ended up getting beat so badly from fists and pipes that I was unrecognizable, and stabbed in the back and in the side 3 times. So there was a little hospital time for me and for John as well. Many times when I would be speaking to these middle school students about careers and life choices, I would ask them, would you be interested in going in the service? Is anybody thinking about going in the service? Raise your hand. And I would consistently get maybe 2 hands would go up. But you would always get negative comments from some of the kids when you would ask that question. The answer was always the same: I don't want to die. That's how our middle school kids think about going in the service. It's a shame. I would like to tell future generations, and I do tell future generations, that going in the service is a great thing. And you can afford 2 to 4 years out of your early life, before you get busy. So it's well worth it, well worth the investment in time.